trout tails. We're up at 28 Gates today for another episode of Tales from the Fly. 28 Gates is located up in the Derwent Valley, about 45 minutes out of Hobart, and a great place to start or end a fishing trip. So we're going to get out on the water here and see how we go today. We've got a bit of breeze and a little bit of cloud cover, so fairly good conditions. Might just mean we have to adjust our position a little bit to find some sheltered shores, but hopefully we have some success today. So being winter here in Tassie still, conditions are still fairly cold, fairly windy today as well, so got the wind behind us helping a bit with the cast, and we're just making relatively long casts, fishing wet flies. So I've got a little black woolly bugger on there at the moment, and we're just casting that out, letting it sink down, slowly bringing it back to us, and fishing a bit of that grid system as well, covering a bit of water and getting our fly in front of as many fish as we can. So we'll persist here for a little bit and then we'll move our way around the lake. And winter fishing can be a little bit slower with the cold water temperatures. The fish can be a little bit slower, but it's really just about having that persistence, and eventually you'll get your opportunity throughout the day. There we go. So just working that back in. Bit of a cast out into some deeper water there, but actually hit it quite close to us, so that was towards the end of the retrieve. And it was fairly aggressive take as well, so that's good. It's quite a strong fish. So if you've got a bit of weed around us as well here, so it's a good idea if you can just to try and get the fish back on to the reel. So tidy up all that loose line around your feet, and then you can handle the fish a bit better and not have to worry about getting all caught up line around your feet or around the weeds or anything like that. It's always a good idea. There we go. That's a nice little brown trout. He's probably around the 2.5 pound mark, so that's a nice fish to get us started for the day. So we'll get him out and have a closer look at him. There he is there. Really fat little brown trout. Excellent condition. There's some great shore-based fishing around, so we're just creeping around the banks, casting some little wet flies around the edges, and the fish will often be in quite close, so you don't need to cast too far, and it's just a nice easy way of fishing, walking around the lake and casting a few wet flies around. So you can see off to the right here along the other shore there's a few little points coming out, which are really good areas to target as well. You can walk out onto the edge of those, and that gives you a nice open bit of water where you can fish a few different spots, fish that grid system, and give you a bit more chance of success if you're covering different water throughout the day. So when you're shore-based, like we are today, having a good fly vest is a real advantage as well, just so you can keep everything you need for the day sort of on you. So nice vest with all your fly boxes, tippet material, everything else that you need for the day. Really helps to store everything. You've got your net as well, that it obviously helps to hang on to that, so you've got easy access to that for when you hook into that big fish. So being well prepared is going to make the day a lot more enjoyable, and you'll also be more successful as well, taking advantage of those opportunities that come up through the day. So 28 Gates is a great place that we come to on our tours, either to start off the trip or finishing off on our way to and from Hobart. So at the start of the trip, it's a great way to get started, get a bit of casting practice in and land a couple of fish before heading up to the Highlands. And then also on the way back down, it's a great spot to round out the trip. So along with some great trout fishing, there's also farm stay accommodation, as well as a range of farm tours. You can do some blacksmithing workshops and various activities while you're up here. We've also been working closely with Susie to set up our new Learn to Fly Fish workshops. There we go. Got him there, just right at the end of the retrieve again. Just about to lift the flies out of the water, and he's grabbed that, so that was almost on the hang, and that's why that's really important, to make sure you fish that hang, because quite often the fish will just follow it up and take it just before it comes out of the water. So there's another little brown, same as the first one. So we'll get him in there. There we go. Nice little fish there on the wet fly. So yeah, fishing that floating line I think paid off there. We were just able to fish the flies a little bit slower, which I think just gave it a better presentation, a bit of a slower retrieve. That's a nice little fish. We'll get him out and have a closer look. So there we go, there's another nice little brown trout there from 28 Gates. So he's taken the same fly there, the little woolly bugger, so we'll get that out of there and we'll send him on his way. That's a good day here at 28 Gates today. So we've caught a couple of nice little brown trout there. Not as big a fish as there are in here. Quite often you'll get much bigger fish than we caught today, but still nice to get out and catch a couple of nice little fish. Not a bad day, bit of wind. So yeah, 28 Gates, worth a look.